When did you realize your friends were actually fake friends? When I found out my best friend of 20 years had been beating his wife and disguising it as part of her injuries from POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I told her to go to the police, but she feared for her life. He threatened to kill her if she left. When he found out that I knew about the abuse, he called the police to claim that I was harassing her. Police believed him. I gave dates he put her in the hospital, fired a gun in the house, and one other person who knew, but they didn't care. Police pretend to take it seriously, but they are full of shit. It's been 3 years. When I was babysitting her kids, things were going great. We would hang out all the time, have movie nights and just talk and chill. But the second she no longer needed a babysitter was the second I got kicked to the curb. No explanation, not even a text back. Some people will act like your best friend until they no longer need you. Their loss though. When several of them messaged me on Facebook during the last week of high school to say that the only reason they ever hung out with me was because they were pitying my best friend. I should have caught on when they made me pay for the gas and ride in the trunk of a Ford Explorer every time we went anywhere. That's one reason I never go back to my hometown. When I stopped initiating contact, we stopped communicating. I realized that I was the fake one. I never treated anyone badly. It came to my attention that I simply never really cared. So I left Bakersfield. That was 20 years ago. I became a better person in Portland. It's either as a result of the water or the people being better here. Places can just create a terrible version of yourself. You can always just bail. When I was about to take my own life because I thought it'd make life easier for them, they always made me feel like a burden, and whenever I brought it up that they were making me feel this way because of their actions, they always played victim and blamed me for making them the villain in my story. Put myself into therapy and stopped using social medias like Instagram. I went 2 months without having anyone check up on me. It's been almost 6 and still nothing. I moved on, started looking after myself and caring about me. The pandemic has been a pretty big realization. You really see who wants to keep in touch because of your friendship, and who sees you as just being a convenient person in their current location. When I fell asleep camping and heard endless shit talking about me. The guy was a jerk and bully to me, when I was awake, often, too. I'm surprised I put up with it for so long. It's hard when it's mixed it with genuine brotherhood and friendship. When only my husband's friends made it to our wedding and none of mine did. I think I just realized and appreciated that I'm a really good friend and that the friends I had didn't really give me that energy back. I would always get into these cycles of getting mad at them for letting me down, but then I realized I should only gift them myself as much as they give me and never really looked back. I've told this story before, so I'll keep it really short. I called several friends to see if they wanted to hang out. Everyone said they were busy, family stuff, etc., except one guy who said tonight. But Lauren's, one of the friends in my circle, party is tonight. Did you forget? I wasn't invited. And they posted pictures of it the next day. Thanks, gang. They slept with my ex-boyfriend the day after I left on a family holiday abroad. When she just kept delaying or cancelling our meetups. One time she had a valid excuse, or at least one I didn't blame her for. Her uncle landed in the hospital. But I still wasn't happy about it because she could have texted me what was going on, rather than 3 hours after we were supposed to meet up. How am I supposed to know what is happening? But excuses just kept piling up. And the one that did it was when I had asked her for a ride to work the next day. She said cool. Even after she had already accepted, I offered to buy her dinner, non-romantically. She was already involved, to sweeten the deal, and she accepted. The next day came, and I heard nothing from her. Tried to confirm half an hour before, tried 10 minutes before, and then I had to scramble to find my own way to work. Uber/Lyft/taxis were all delayed because it was a Saturday night, so I got on one of those rental Lime scooters. The brakes didn't work. So I had to end that ride and start another one, and made it to work 12 minutes late. Even 2 hours into my shift, she still hadn't replied, but I could see she had seen the messages. Unfriended her, and blocked her on Facebook. With the exception of her being in a near-fatal accident, there was no excuse strong enough for me to give a shit about her again. The next day, she tried to test me, but I never opened it, only saw the preview "I have no excuse," and mouthed "you're damn right" before I blocked her number and deleted the conversation. She earned me my first tardy at that job, ever. Dead to me. I had an eating disorder for 2 years, I no longer do, and I was in a toxic friend group. None of them seemed to trust me at all and wouldn't tell me anything. A boy who I was talking to asked me out and I said yes. Turns out one of them liked him. I walk up to them one day and I hear one say, "You know, boy's name needs better, not a fat whale of a bee. TCH like her. At this point she deserves to starve, tell her to keep up the good work." Words can't describe how sad I felt, and because of that, I tried to commit suicide 4 times after that event. I'm much better, and even though that was 2 years ago, I look back and past me and current me and I couldn't be more proud of myself because of all of my improvements. I went all out for a friend's birthday, had a good time with our group of friends. 2 weeks later, not a call or even text from any of them wishing me happy birthday. Cut them all off after that. When shit went downhill in my life and got very real and very hard, I realized there was only a small handful of people who are actually my friends and supported me through my difficult time versus the fake friends who were only there for the fun times that I was able to give them along with gossip. When I quit telling them stuff, they no longer had anything to gossip about. When I helped them move, and they never helped me do the same. We were having a dinner/celebration, and they asked me to buy a birthday cake for another friend whose birthday was a few days before. It was my birthday that day. The whole point of that dinner was a joint birthday party. Back in my first year of college, I used to have a group of friends, like 7 dudes with me included. We always hang out together and we're used to have this group chat where we discuss about anything from class subjects to random things. After a year, I noticed that one of the guys, let's just call him Randy, keeps getting excluded, not invited/informed to group hangout while they're talking smack behind his back. And the unofficial leader of the group actually made a whole new group chat, inviting everyone, myself included, except Randy without his knowledge. I know what it feels to be left out. I experienced that in middle school and it's really awful. I stopped hanging out with them and I starts hanging out with Randy. He's quite eccentric but a very good person at heart. We've been friends for more than 6 years, and he still got my back. With